Hello, 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 what is up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Survival Stories with yours truly. Oh dear lord, that is full. Bit of a situation here. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, we're starting to fill up on some things. Just saying. Salt being one of them, Certus as well. Definitely a few items there. But as you can see, maybe just briefly out of the corner of your eye there, I've been busy. I've been working as much as I possibly can anyways to help build up this base, this little setup that we have here, and shabam. Not bad, not bad. I still don't think 100%. We need a little something there, but a lot of that's going to depend on how I do the roof as well. So we're going to be definitely manipulating as we go. But as you can see, we've been having a little bit more fun with a little bit more of the decor, some collapsible blocks, some wedge slopes, all this and that, kind of tying in, you know, little leaf overgrowths and whatnot, and just kind of making it look a little bit better. And then we have this tree that's growing basically alongside this beautiful building, and it's overgrowing and leaning into the building now as the building collapsed, and it's over top of the building in its great growth. Now, like I said, there probably needs to be a leaf or a branch. Probably the best way to explain it is coming out this direction, like right here. But I want to confirm the roof before we jump into anything like that. And we need to kind of figure out how that's all going to play out together. But as you can see, the tree's grown into the building and kind of taking over a little bit on the top. So very nice. I'm super duper happy with this. I think it looks awesome. This lower part, oh, you get some of this, you know, the grass in there and stuff. Oh baby, it looks delicious. That's all that I can say. Delicious. But yeah, so there's still so much other stuff that we could probably do, that we could probably get away with. I'd love to hear your guys' input. I'm not sure if Iskel's, you know, around or watching this video when I'm saying this. He's usually got some really good input as well on some design ideas. So I think this is pretty good. Like I said, we do need another branch, but I need to figure out the roof of the building first and foremost. But overall, I like it. I like it a lot. There's so much potential here, and it kind of gives you guys the feeling of what I'm going for. A little bit of overgrowth, you know, mixed in with some building, mixed in with some machines growing out of trees and all that kind of stuff. So, hope you guys like all of that. So, today, what are we going to do today? Great question. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Well, actually, I do know. I know a couple things that we really need to get working on, and one of them is this guy. Our storage situation is severely handicapped right now. We need to get on that right away, along with auto processing of materials. This is basically full as well. Again, another situation there. But I don't think we're going to do that today. I might start it a little bit, but not today. I should say I need. Well, I guess we need. You guys help me out quite a bit. I need to get a few more barrels first here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to look for my stuff. I don't have any stuff apparently. But we need to get moving and cruising on a couple things. So, I'm going to get a little bit more prepared, because I'm not at this point in time. And we'll be back in but a jiffy. Alright, so one of the things that I want to get going is going to take a little bit of work here, because we need to develop a few things. And one of those things is, we don't have netherwort yet. Yeah, that's right. So, instead of me going into the nether and finding netherwort, because how much fun is that, right? Even though I have a thing right by the base area, I know I could just easily go and get some. It's fine. I'm going to do it a different way because it's another item that I want anyways. And it's over in our little Botania area over here. So what I want to do is I want to get on over here. And we need to make an item. I don't believe we've made it yet. I'm pretty sure we haven't. Indeed, we have not. That is good, because I almost thought that we did. Alright, so for those of you that don't know the item that we are currently going to be making, we are going to be making the alchemical catalyst, and it's really easily done. It's pretty straightforward. It does require some blaze rods and whatnot that, you know, you do need to get, and a mana pearl, just like that, the alchemy catalyst. But you place it underneath a mana pool, and you kind of see that it changes the little bottom graphic of the mana pool. And what you can do then is, as you saw there, you can change certain things into other things. And for this, for example, you can change blaze rod into netherwort. So I can throw in the 5, like so, and now all of a sudden we have some netherwort, right? Pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Boom. 5 netherwort planted. See? Isn't that way more fun than going into the nether? I personally think so. Alright? I don't really like going into the nether. But anyways, we are over here at the Botania setup. And I'm kind of wondering, I'm kind of thinking, I think I left all my stuff at the other place. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Well, let's take a look at something that I wanted to use the ender tank for. Okay, so the ender tank I wanted to use for Botania. I want to do a thermal lily setup over here for Botania to get our mana generation even stronger than what it already is. And this is doing pretty well. These hydrangeas and day blooms and whatnot are doing pretty good. Alright, but what we need is we need a couple of runes. So we need Rune of Fire, which is the netherwort that we were just talking about, some gunpowder and some nether brick, and a Rune of Earth, which is mushrooms, coal, and basically stone. So pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy there, but I will have to get those resources ready to go. Alright, well, I made it back over to the Kryllyk area, but we are in a bit of a pickle. Blood moon is rising. So, what I figured I would do is, well, there's a nice little peak here where I don't think any mobs can hit me. So, I'm just going to hang out here during the blood moon. Yeah, I think I'm pretty safe. Yeah, I'm going to hang out here. Wait for the blood moon to pass. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so dark and red and awesome. But it is also very dangerous to be outside. Holy crikey. Look at all the mobs already spawning. Anyways, I guess we'll be back after the blood moon is done. So, we survived our first blood moon. No big deal, really. Pretty straightforward. I just avoided everything. Yeah, good strategy, right? So, I kind of have an idea a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit further down the road. So, there's this big hole up there that was naturally made. And what I'm thinking is, with my original idea of having Botania here, and maybe Thaumcraft Cave, and maybe like BloodMagic up there, as this is going to be like my magical cavern mountain thing, right? But maybe we could have like this giant glass cylinder of lava just right down the middle here, right down out of that tube type thing, and it's almost gonna look so much like it's magically there. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because that's what I'm thinking. Now I think you guys know what I'm talking about there. I'm pretty sure you guys you guys are getting what I'm putting down. All right. So first things first, though, we need to make a few things. So I do want to make a whole nother set of the runes because, well, it'll probably be needed. Okay, so we'll do this first. Boom, boom, wand, thank you. Bam. Get that guy going. Get all this stuff going. And I have a few things in my inventory to get ourselves towards the path of getting our first thermal lilies, or 3, and to have our lava system working for them. Alright, so we're going to get a couple of runes here. Good. Let's get the next guy going. 3 of you. Netherwort. Oh, yeah, I needed gunpowder. Boom. Just like that. Flint turns into gunpowder. Really good recipe if you're low on gunpowder from not killing any guys, for example. Very recommended. While we're waiting for this one to finish, I think for right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little bit of a glass tube here. And you know what? Let's do it right here. That breaks it. Okay, I do not like that glass. Let's get the quite clear glass from Ender.io, because at least that doesn't break. Okay, and there. So that's going to be our glass tube for our lava setup. Alright? So we have the earth, we have the fire, we have the seeds. The next step is to get ourselves the petals. So it's 1 red and 2 orange. And the 1 orange is a mana petal. Okay, so 1 red. We're making 3, so we're going to need 2 reds. And we're going to need all 3 of our oranges. Okay, good. And then half of these orange petals need to become mana petals. Very nice. And we come over here, and we should be able to craft this guy up. So 1 of you, 1 of you, 1 of you, 1 of you, and 1 of you. And then bam, with a seed gives us our first thermal lily. Very good. Fill it up again. And we will do the exact same thing. That should give us our second thermal lily. And last but not least, the final thermal lily. Bam. All 3. Good. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, so now these guys are basically... You know what? I don't like where that is. Where do I want to put this? Let's put it right here. Why not? I think that's okay. And what we'll do is we'll put down our thermal lilies just like so. Alright? Now, one of the things is you do need to have the lava blocks. So lava source blocks are required for the thermal lilies to function. Okay? So one of the best ways to do that, and I'm not inventing anything here. Definitely not inventing anything because many people have done this already. Alright? But basically, all we're going to use a BC factory floodgate. Alright, now this guy is a very awesome block by BuildCraft. And what it does is it will output, it'll push out lava source blocks automatically. Alright, so we can put this guy here. And let's stand up here just to be sure that we don't screw it up. Is that right? That's not right. Yeah, there it is. There it goes. There it goes. So it is outputting source blocks continually from our ender tank there, which is not gaining back lava. Why? But as you can see, our thermal lilies are getting used. You can see the little tiny particle effect on them, and this mana spreader is jam-packed full. Oh boy. I think we need another mana spreader, don't you? So let's get another mana spreader just to even out the load a little bit. It's 4 with one of you, 6, and a gold. Alright. Good. No. Like that. And then the 6. Mana spreader. Good. And we'll put down that guy right here for right now. And we can bind it with that mana pool. Very nice. Okay. That should work. So this guy should be pretty good. This guy should be pretty good. What's our lava situation like here? Why is this not refilling? We just did this last episode and it's already broken. Now, I did notice that there was a few other issues in my world. So I did run into a bit of a situation with some blue screens of death here lately. And not nice. Really didn't appreciate it. Let's call it that. But I was a little concerned about it corrupting some of my world. For the most part, I think the world is fine. But apparently, some of it's not. So why is that not filling up? Alright, I'm going to head on over back to our other base. And I'm going to double check on the nether to see why our ender tank is not functioning appropriately. Alright, so I've done a little bit of prep work in the old basey base. Oh boy, look at that. So that's basically what our monitor is going to look like. Not bad at all, right? I would say so. That's beautiful. Alright, so let's jump on down. Boom. So we have our reactor room, as you guys have all seen in the past. And then I've built another level down below. And this is going to be our level for all of our auto processing and all that kind of stuff. And then right up here, we have a little cubby area, which I forgot some torches, but that's fine. A little cubby area here for wiring and cabling and all that kind of stuff. You know, we have some already over here, for example, and just a little wiring and cable. Now, I didn't make this too special, but I did go through the time to replace the walls. So really looking forward to getting this all set up. All right. We need to make a door as well, but that's a different story. So over here, I have prepared 3 alloy smelters and 3 sag mills. These guys are going to be set up for our auto processing system for the entire setup. Okay, the next thing that we're going to need is we're going to need an ender chest. All right, so let's get going on another ender chest. This guy's probably just going to be the straight all white ender chest, I'm thinking, because usually that's my default, right? Everybody has like a default that they usually just go to. So let's get a little bit of this. What else do we need? We need wool. Bad. We do not have wool. Period. We just don't have a good source for it. Let's see here and see what we need. We need wool, obsidian, ender pearl, and chest. Okay, ender pearl's easy. Easy peasy. Chests also easy, just like so. Good. Ender pearl, the blaze rods, piece of cake, the obsidian as well. No big deal there. But we do need the wool. Now there is all of this cotton up here, right? What are these? Textile gardens? Can these be turned into string? And that's it, hey? Really? That's it? Okay. Not the best then. I do prefer the Natura cotton, I think, above the Pam's Harvestcraft one. Let's go see. I thought I planted some over here, and I can't recall. So, yeah. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea how excited I am. Oh, that's not very much. To get this storage room underway. For those of you that are unaware, storage rooms are kind of where people really get going and get started in modded worlds. Because you have the quarry doing all the mining for you, and you're offline or you're online, it doesn't really matter. You really run into a lack of storage pretty darn quick. Alright? 3. That'll work for now. Excellent. you do really run into a bit of a storage situation 9 times out of 10. So getting a nice storage system as well as an auto processing system. The other thing is you don't want to store it as ores like you see there. You want to store it as something that can be used and within good access and all that kind of stuff. All right, boom, boom, ender chest. Beautiful. Love it. Amazing. Okay, so the one thing that we also need is a dolly. I don't think I've even made a dolly yet this world. We have loads of diamonds, so I think I'm just going to do a diamond dolly. Let's take a look at that. That's just a regular old dolly with 3 diamonds below it. So let's get a little bit of iron. The other thing is me having to go from this chest over to this and all that kind of stuff. That's all going to go away pretty darn soon because I am getting sick and tired of it, especially when I forget a few resources like I just did there. Okay, dolly, and we might as well make it all nice and diamondy because we are loaded, all right? So first things first, we're going to remove this guy and we're going to place on the ender chest, okay? This will load the exact same as this diamond chest did, but it's going to just be a little bit more friendly, okay? So we still have all of this loot here that I'm going to have to divvy up accordingly and whatnot, but we now have all of our loot from our ender quarry hitting that chest, okay? So, as you can see, it's still pulling out into these barrels for now. That's going to change. And we are still sorting, but our chest is becoming full, all right? Now, down below here, what we're going to be looking to do... I need to eat. Hold on. Hold on. Spice of life. Hold on. Spice of life break. There we go. So down below here, I want this to be all of our auto processing. So what I think I'm going to do is when you first come down, you're going to be usually staring at this wall. I think this is going to be our auto processing wall, okay? And I want to make it centered. Did I make this even number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did. Look at me go. So, like I figured, that is center. So we'll place down our sag mills just right beside each other like that. And then right below that is our alloy smelters. All right, so now this one here is going to be furnace only. This one's going to be furnace only. And this one's going to be alloys only, okay? So this setup here is going to... no, this is furnace only too. I actually need another alloy smelter here for... and a couple other... It's fine. We'll leave it for now. And then we're going to configure all of these to push out the bottom. And this guy here is going to accept from the top, okay? Now, I don't know if you actually have to set the alloy smelters to accept if you're telling these guys to push, okay? But it's always better off doing both, in my opinion. So there we go. So these are going to function as a nice little system, all right? And then down below, we're probably just going to run some ender conduits, just like that, or item conduits, sorry, just like so. And, of course, we will keep it all nice and clean as well. These will be extract and always active, just like this. Good. Okay. Beautiful. Get out of here, diorite. Okay, good. So, there we go. We have our basic system set up for our furnaces, okay? On the top as well, we're going to have more item conduits, and these are all going to be an insert mode, just like that. We may filter them. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, we probably will have to filter them. Yeah, I think so. And then we're basically going to have our ender chest at some point down here, okay? The other thing is all the barrels of all the other stuff is going to go upstairs. So what I'm thinking we should do is we should almost put... I do want our ender chest to be easily accessible at all times. So maybe even just placing it like right there. As you can see, it's already starting to fill up. There's not a ton of space there. So yeah, I'm thinking right there is fine, which means we might push this to the other side instead of this side. That's what I was kind of thinking of there. So this guy here is basically going to go on up and connect to that. All right. Now, this isn't set to pull yet, so we're okay for now. The other thing that I could do is I could hide all of this in the walls, but I think we're okay just the way it is. We also don't have power, so our power could probably come down the walls as well. And of course we can conduit facade them just like we've done others. And then on the other side of this ender chest is going to be our output for our barrels and our storage that's going to be all the way upstairs. Alright, so what will probably happen is just something like this where we run the cable all the way up. We got to get some more. We punch a hole through here. Really bad. Get wrecked. And probably up through here. Yeah, see? We're kind of already doing exactly what I need. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this is the surface. So what we might do is we might actually come up this outside wall right here. Instead of coming up the middle like that, we can hide it in the wall the entire way up. And it'll be a little bit more secretive, a little bit more hidden. You know, like, try to hide these cables as much as you possibly can, in my opinion, but you don't need to go so crazy with it. So this will come off like that. And you know what? We might even just do this and go full craziness. Alright? So this guy will go underneath. We gotta set that. Not yet, though. We'll just get it prepared, and then we'll run it all the way up that wall, and that'll start getting the items that are in here, or the barrels that we have out there, I should say, will be on this wall, and then all of our metals and processing will be on this wall. Let me explain to you when we get upstairs here. So, when we enter this room, this decrepit, falling apart, tree growing in it room, over on this side, we're going to have all of our standard materials. So that's going to be our cobblestone. That's going to be our gravel, our dirt, you know, all this marble and whatnot. We're probably also even going to have all of these items, sand, etc. on that wall. Okay? All of this stuff, except for the yellowite and the aluminium, or aluminum, depending on where you're from. So those will all be on this wall. Then, on this wall is going to be all of our valuables for the most part. So we're going to have things like all of our ingots. This entire chest is basically going to be sorted by barrels and deep storage units and all that kind of stuff on this side. So, I think that's going to be it. I'm pretty sure we're at wrapping up point for this episode. Didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to, but we have made a little bit of progress across the board. We set up the awesome lava, thermal lilies, and we're getting ready to work on our storage system. So I'm going to get a few more things that I need, like more item conduits. Yep, those are needed. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Take it easy.